In this final subsection, we would see how an AP can be derived from a practical problem. And all these are other aspects that you would also have to take great care of when you realize them in your exam. Let's pick a couple of examples to illustrate this. Question 1. A farmer harvests bags of maize from his field. He collects 5 bags on the first day of the month of March, 8 bags on the second, 11 bags, and so on. A. How many bags will he collect on the 20th of March? B. After how many days will he have collected more than 100 bags? Okay, problems that involve like this nature, these practical problems, you would definitely, most likely find them in your exam. So it's not pretty difficult. The ideas are still the same. Always look out for the pattern of the arithmetic progression. Realize that there is a difference, and this difference is constant. It may either be an increment by a fixed number or a decrease by a fixed number. Once you have that clear, you should be able to immediately spot that you have an AP, an arithmetic progression there. And once you have an AP, like we discussed, your first term, your common difference, you always have to look out for that. Try to find them. Because most cases, in 101 over 100 cases, you would have the first term and the common difference being central to the question that you'll be asked to solve in your exam. The question that was just put up a few minutes ago, as you just saw on your screens, is just a perfect example. Now, let's just look at it. It's speaking about a farmer who has some farm on his maize. And in the month of March, he goes there to do some bit of harvest. The problem tells us that on the first day, he is able to collect 5 bags, right? 5 bags on the first day. Then it goes on to say that on the second day, he carries 8 bags. And on the third day, it's 11 bags, and he keeps on doing that. Okay, so the problem says that how many bags will he collect on the 20th of March? On the 20th of March. So on the first day of March, which is 1st March, this is what happened. This is 2nd March. This is 3rd March. So what happens on the 20th of March? Remember, like I earlier prompted you, in most exam problems, you will not be told that there is an AP. Okay? You may probably have to look at the way the sequence goes and deduce for yourself if it fits the features of an AP. So here in this word problem, you were not told that it's an arithmetic progression. You were not told that. The only question that was told was the amount of bags that were being carried on a particular day. So you look at the order of the sequence, its progression, and you now clearly identify that that is an arithmetic progression because it has a constant figure. Here he picks 5, he picks 8, he picks 11. I guess you would be able to know what will happen on the 4th day. Okay, so clearly this is an AP, with the first term being 5, and the second term, the first term being 5, and the obvious common difference will be what? 3. Okay? All right, so the question says that what amount of bags, how many bags is he going to pick up on the 20th of March? Clearly, this is the 20th term. So that's A plus n minus 1d. And we'll replace n with 20. So our A is going to be 5 plus 19. 20 minus 1, 19. Then our common difference will be 3. Okay? So what do we get? What do we get for that? You're going to have 5 plus 57. And that should give you 62. Okay, so on the 20th of March, that is our 20th term. The farmer is going to collect 62 bags of maize. Are we okay? 62 bags of maize. Then the second part, the question says that after how many days will he have collected more than 100 bags? After how many days would he have collected more than 100 bags? In your own opinion, what do you think this question is testing? After how many days will he have collected more than 100 bags? What do you think is the objective of this question? What exactly do we mean? Or what are we interested in finding? After how many days would he have collected 100 bags? Your guess is as good as mine. So clearly, we are looking at the situation where the number of bags that we've been collecting from the first day to this day is more than 100. And that is obviously the sum of an AP. Do you see that? That is the sum of an AP. How many days we have collected more than 100 bags? So we are saying that what value of n will be such that our Sn will be more than 100. That's what we need to do. Okay, so when we're able to find our n such that it's more than 100, we don't have a problem. Okay, so in any case, we can even find when our Sn will be equal to 100. So that if we know the value of n, where we will get 100, then when we cross the n, then we can say that our value is going to exceed 100, right? Okay, so let's set up this relation. N we know is going to give us n over 2a plus n minus 1d is equal to 100. Okay, what do we get? Let's put in the relevant areas. So we replace it with our a, our first term, our common difference, and also we find that we are going to have our n is equal to 2 times a, which is 10, plus n minus 1, okay, d. So we are going to have 3n minus 3, okay, because if you were to put 3 here, 3 times that is going to give you 3n, and 3 times that is going to give you minus 3, okay? Then that's going to give you, let's allow the 2 to go to this side and multiply the 100. That's going to give you 200, okay? Hope you are fine with that, okay? So we're going to have n bracket 7 plus 3n, because 10 minus 3 is 7 plus 3n is equal to 200. Are we okay? All right, so let's see what happens there. When we expand in there, we are going to have 7n plus 3n squared is equal to 200, okay? Okay, so 3n squared plus 7 minus 200 is equal to 0. Obviously, you have a quadratic situation here. Hope you can see that. This is a quadratic. Now, if you go back to your rules of quadratic and you solve a quadratic either by completing squares or using the quadratic formula, or at best in an exam, you have your calculator, you should be able to work out this quadratic. We are going to get our n being approximately equal to 7. Okay, you're going to get 7.0. The other one will give you a negative value. Okay, so just make sure that you try that. Use your calculator and try and work out the value of n in this quadratic. Your n is going to give you something around 7.0, then another negative value there. So since we are interested in the number of days, we cannot use a negative because you can't say negative x days. That's absurd. So we stick to the positive value. Our n will be approximately 7.0, which means our n is 7, which means that in 7 days, he should be able to get 100, okay, in 7 days, because that's how we set up the equation. The number of days that it will take him to get 100 will be that. Hence, if he has to get more than 100, that will be from the 8th day going, okay? So after 7 days, we can say that after 7 days, he will collect more than 100. Guys, you understand that? Okay, so it's pretty very simple. Anytime you have a question with a sum, always need to watch out how that works out. Question 2. Miriam is given an interest-free loan for her business. She repays the loan with an equal monthly installments. These start at $10 in the first month and increases by $2 each month after that. She makes payments for exactly 2 years. Question: how much did she pay in the last month for her final payment? B, how much loan was she given? Okay, so in this second question that you have just been posted, or that has been posted here, again, it is something that you would find most times in your exam, okay, practically, how that has to be worked out on the arithmetic progression. Always remember, like we've always said, watch out for a constant increase, like an increase, by a constant figure. Either we are adding or we are decreasing, like increase or decrease of a constant figure. Once that is existent in the problem, you have an arithmetic progression or an AP, okay? So in this problem that you've just seen or that's being shown, we have these values here, $10, $12, $14, and this represents an amount of money that one woman, Miriam, is making as a repayment plan for her loan that she took. She says that she pays $10 in the first month, $12 in the second month, because after every month she increases it by 2. Then her third month she pays $14. Now the question is, how much will she pay in the last month of her repayment plan? How much will she pay? Remember that the problem tells us that she does this payment for 2 continuous years. For 2 years. So every month she pays $10. Second month it increases to $12. Third month she goes to $14. So 2 years will be how many months? Your guess is as good as mine. That's obvious. I know you should know. That's the 24 months, right? Yes. So in her 24th month of payment, that will be her final payment. And that's for 2 years. This could therefore be said to be the first term. That will be your second term. Then this will be your third term. And the 24th payment will be your 24th term. It's obvious that it's an AP because there is a constant number being added to them. That's an AP. So if we want the payment that she make in her last month, that would be T24. Okay, her 24th payment, T24. So we're going to have A plus N minus 1D, like we already know. Okay, so that's going to give you 10 plus 23, because 24 minus 1 is 23. Then our D will be 2. Okay, so you're going to have 10 plus 46. Her 24th payment, okay, is going to give you $56. Hope you're okay with that. So, and her 24th month, after 24th month, she is going to make on the final month $56 as a payment. Now the question says, second part, how much loan was she given? How much loan was she given? Can you guess that? How much loan was she given? So the amount of loan that she was given obviously is going to represent the sum of all these 24 payments. The sum of all these 24 payments. Now, the sum of the 24 payments, Sn, is going to give you n over 2a plus l. Can any of you guess the reason why we use this? Can you guess? It is obvious because we know the last term. Remember that the first problem, the first part told us that led us to be able to find the amount of money that she's going to pay in her final month. That's the last term, 56. So on the 24th month, she's going to pay 56. And there are 24 months in there. And her first payment was $10. So our S24 will be 24 over 2, then 10 plus 56. So that's going to give you 12, right? 12 times 66. And what is 12 times 66, right? Because 10 plus 56 is 10. What is 12 times 66? Okay, so this should give you $792. Yes, it should give you $792. $792. So Miriam's total outlay, the amount of money that she would have to pay for her loan, the loan that she took was $792. $792. I hope that is very clear for you. So let's just try and get that. Always watch out generally for the practical problems. Look at the way the figures are being quoted. Okay, if you realize that there's a constant either increment or decrement, that then it should clearly show you that you have an arithmetic progression, and you can still use the principles there. So that would be it for arithmetic progression in the way we can find it or be able to work with it around practical problems of such sort. So guys, this is the end of our discussion on arithmetic progression. I hope you've enjoyed it. Keep on watching Learn West Africa.